One of our biggest projects last year was adding a wet bar in the basement using IKEA cabinets. It was our second IKEA kitchen, but the first one we put together all by ourselves. If you're just beginning your renovation, this video walks you through the entire process, from step-by-step instructions to project costs and helpful DIY tips. For the kitchenette, I wanted to have white oak cabinets, a white marble countertop, a sink, and 2 tall cabinets running from the countertop all the way to the ceiling. As it turned out, our basement ceiling was just 93 inches tall, a couple inches short of the required height, so unfortunately I had to say goodbye to the double drawer countertop cabinet. I ordered everything online and decided to go to the store for pickup, which wasn't really a good use of time. There were so many boxes to load and unload, plus the mini fridge. Driving home with stacks of boxes sliding around in every direction was stressful. I'll say use IKEA's delivery service if possible to save yourself the hassle. After bringing everything home, I started to assemble the section kitchen cabinets. If you've built IKEA furniture before, this part is straightforward. Once you've put one together, you can repeat the same steps for the rest. One thing to point out is even though some experts advise against it, using power tools makes assembly a lot faster. You do want to make sure to set the torque of your drill to the lowest level though, and not over-tighten. The real challenge in this DIY project was installing the suspension rail. IKEA cabinets hang on metal rails that are mounted to the wall. It is a great system that allows you to adjust the cabinets left and right easily, but the issue is interior walls are never perfectly flat or square. Installing the rails on wavy walls can be tricky. First, we located the studs and determined the rail height. You want to measure 32 3/16 inches from the highest point of your floor. That marks the bottom of the rail for the base cabinets. Once that's set, measure from the same reference point to position the upper rails. This ensures all your cabinets will line up perfectly. If you are using IKEA toe kits, know that the toe kits are 4.5 inches wide. If you install the rails too high, you will end up with an awkward gap at the bottom, like what happened to us here. There are a lot to consider in this step. Head over to my blog for more tips. Once the rails are up, it is the most satisfying part of the project. Hanging the cabinets. First, mark and cut the openings for plumbing and electrical, so everything will fit nicely. Attach the plastic legs to the cabinets. Then, to hang the cabinets, lift the cabinet box, hook the top of the metal plate on the back onto the rail. Adjust the plastic legs, leveling everything out, and secure the cabinets together. This is the moment where you can take a step back and really see your kitchen taking shape. For countertop, know that we went with a faux marble Formica countertop from Home Depot. Because our kitchen is 10 feet long, this allows us to have one slab to cover the entire countertop with no seams. I will make a separate video on the install, but there were definitely some lessons learned. Overall, for the price though, I'm pretty happy. Next up, building MEXIMERA drawers. Start by building the drawer box and then carefully slide in the bottom. Then attach the drawer front. This is probably the second most confusing part of the project. Depending on the drawer type and its placement, the instructions are actually different. So there are 2 different types of drawer. This one recessed in the back. Those are the ones that have full overlay, and we need to go to page 10. Now that on page 10, it also has 2 sets of instructions. This one is for the bottom drawer, and I am installing this for the top drawer, so I need to go to page 15. Okay, here is the instruction. So make sure you turn to the right page for the instructions. Not sure why, I really struggle attaching the damper to the sides. Come on. Once the slides are installed, drop the drawer in place, push it all the way in until you hear the clicks. There you get yourself some fancy soft close drawers. Now let's pretty this kitchen up by adding the cabinet doors. With the holes pre-drilled, all you need to do is attach the hardware and hinges, then click the doors in place. Finally, there are a couple of finishing touches to take this kitchen to the next level. I'm getting ready to attach this cover panel for the sides. As you can see right now, the box color is white. And because the cabinet box is sitting on the railing, there is quite a bit of gap between the wall and the cabinet, so we might need to scribe that. First, install cover panels to cover the exposed white cabinet boxes. A tip here, use a painter's tape to mark how deep to pre-drill so you don't accidentally drill through the beautiful oak bore. Second, attach the toe kits. IKEA uses a clicking system. Essentially, you twist the black brackets every 24 inches apart along the back of the toe kit and click it in place. For gaps between the cabinets and the wall, use filler pieces like this. Lastly, add drawer knobs, handles, or some floating shelves to tie it all together. So this is the finished IKEA kitchen. Although I didn't get the tall cabinets I wanted, I'm very happy with how it turned out. All in, the kitchenette cost around $5,000, including the mini fridge, sink and faucet, all the cabinets. You can save even more if you use less expensive doors than the VEDHAMN oak, or make the purchase during IKEA's annual sales event. Hope you found this helpful, and happy DIY!